Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Comic Blast podcast. Grayson is back this episode.
Enter Tobey Maguire's I'm Back from Spider-Man 2.
Yes. I'm back! Wait, that was Spider-Man 2, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking it was Spider-Man 3 for a second.
Nope.
Yep, you're right. Okay.
Spider-Man 2.
You're right. I won't argue with you.
But yeah, no, I'm back from vacation. I'm very thankful that my dad was willing to fill in for us last week, so we didn't have to skip an episode.
He did a great job.
He did really do a good job. I'm very happy how it turned out. I listened to it on the way back when I was flying on Tuesday. I was visiting my girlfriend and a few other of my friends, and I had a really good time. I was kind of missing out, but it was really nice to hear you guys talk about stuff, and also it was funny that my dad was trying to like embarrass me with the whole Spider-Man suit.
That was great.
Yeah, I mean,
we were convinced you were still wearing the suit right now.
Well, so my girlfriend, she's a photographer, and shout out to her. And so we did a few photo shoots while I was there. And,
nice.
And you'll see a few images or whatever when she's done editing that may be in that vein. We'll
a little bit geeky.
Yeah, we'll see how they turn out.
Okay.
I have not seen them yet. She's been busy doing wedding stuff, so we'll see how they turn out. Maybe the saga continues.
That'd be awesome. Because if you're watching on YouTube, you can see one with Grayson revealing his Spider-Man logo on his thing.
Yeah, it's the same shirt, but it's a bit more casual, maybe Spider-Man PS4-esque with the whole with his look and
nice.
Stuff, with Peter's look. So I'm hoping they turn out well. She's a really great photographer, so I'm pretty confident. The only thing I'm worried about is if I made a stupid face or if I look really dumb. So we'll see how it turns out. But yeah, I'm really glad to be back. I'm super excited. We're in the midst of planning like these next 2 weeks, some big changes. We've been doing
these next weeks are going to be exciting.
I'm so hyped, man.
I keep kind of forgetting about it.
Yeah.
But there's so many things that are coming for the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm so ready. Like we have so much stuff down the pipeline, and like this is going to be a really big turning point. So these next 2 weeks we're gonna have some big changes, and I think you guys are gonna be pretty happy with it. Hopefully, we're very excited about it. So yeah, happy to be back.
Yeah, we're happy to have you back. Your dad's gonna be on eventually again.
Yeah, I'd love for him to be on more often. We had him on that one episode back when Celebration Chicago was going on and all that Star Wars news came out.
Yeah.
And it was really cool having all three of us on there. And it was also really nice just to hear you guys talk last week. So I'd love to have another three-way podcast. It's I don't know. It's something different about having a third person on there. Like I feel like it's more conversational. Like same thing when we had Cole on. Shout out to him. I miss him. So it was really nice to have three people. So hopefully with these changes that are coming in the next few weeks, we can hopefully have my dad on at least every other week or every now and then. I think it gives it a nice change of pace, and it's cool to have like three differing opinions and stuff. Granted, we don't have like super different opinions, but it's still cool. Like we just get to all geek out and stuff. And
for sure,
my dad, it's like I'm like the youngest one, and then you're like the middle, and then my dad's like the older one. He's the more old school guy. So it's kind of cool to have like the three like different generational type. Even though like I feel like we're in the same generation, but then I forget that it's like kind of like a 6 to 7 year difference between us. I don't know. It's weird.
It's like you're 19, right?
I turned 20 in August.
Okay. So like 7 years.
Yeah.
It is funny though, because like I always crack the jokes that you're young.
Yeah.
And then last week your dad was just...
Oh, yeah. My dad was roasting you about like how young you were.
I was like, thanks.
It's a different
great.
Perspective.
Yeah.
Now you know what it feels like.
I'm sorry. I won't do it again. But, yeah, we have a lot of really, really, really cool things that are coming soon. We got stickers.
Yeah. They're awesome looking.
Yeah.
I love the way they look.
So we're planning on giving those out to like the people we see interacting with us all the time.
Yeah, we definitely want to start doing more like promotional stuff, like stickers and stuff like that. So if you are a dedicated listener and you give us really great reviews and share us and stuff, we'd be more than willing to possibly send you a sticker.
Yeah.
To just for a little, just as a gift from us and some promotion as well to show you're kind of a loyal fan. I think they look really cool. I stuck mine on my laptop. I got to see them in person today, and I'm like really happy with how they look. I don't know why, like I'm just really proud of like our graphic design and like so, and I gotta give props to you, like you nailed that stuff on the head. So hopefully we can get more of those like stickers out and stuff, and possibly even other things down the future. In the future, we'll
do a ton of
give
stuff.
More promotions and stuff.
Just keep an eye out for everything that's coming within probably by next week there will be some changes.
Oh yeah,
to the podcast.
I really hope so. I hope it's next. If it's not next week, it's going to be the week after that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, so we're going to get to it and
Yep.
everything. But we're still going to pump out the episodes weekly.
Yeah, now that we're back from our vacations and stuff, we can
Feels so good.
It's like I'm a little sad, but at the same time, like I'm happy to like finally like really get
Focus
working hard
on
on
it.
this because I've been like kind of antsy about it. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna feel so nice getting everything done. I'm so excited.
I am too.
And I'm just excited to talk about today because we have a lot of cool
We do have a lot of
to talk about
stuff
this
to
week.
talk about. If you're listening to the podcast on iTunes, go ahead and subscribe and leave us a review because that just helps us grow the podcast and get
Absolutely.
new listeners. Also, if you're on YouTube, subscribe there, like the video. All of these things, the little things, just help us out. So if you're enjoying, the podcast and you want to share, we'll be really appreciative of it. And other than that, we're going to get into all the news that happened this week. Celebrations 2020, which is Star Wars Celebration, I should clarify.
Yeah.
2020, which is in Anaheim. Tickets went on sale this past Friday.
From the August 17th to the 20th or something
Yeah,
like that.
I keep thinking it's this year.
I wish.
Yeah, I'm like, it's more than a year
Yeah,
away.
it's more than a
which
year
blows my
away.
mind. But we're going to be going.
Yes, we got our tickets, and I'm so excited because, as you all know, like me and you and my dad, like honestly, everybody that's been on this podcast, we were super bummed out that we didn't get to go this
Depressed.
year to Chicago, and it was like a Star Wars like I was so excited because there was all of this new stuff, but it sucked not being able to go.
Yeah.
And now I'm so happy to be like, we can actually go next year because it's like there's something just nice, like a nice feeling of being like you're gonna be able to be there with all of that
It's
stuff.
like the happiest time when you're a Star Wars fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's nothing better than being there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just being around people who are like-minded and just seeing all of the cool
It gets you
cosplays.
like such a Star Wars high, and like you just
Yes.
makes you so proud to be like a Star Wars
You're
fan.
gonna want to go home and watch all the movies. Like,
read
that's just
comics and books and
Yeah.
like, all of this stuff.
that's how
like,
they get us.
Yeah.
Now we start paying for all these things.
I mean,
It's-
they probably make bank off of Celebration, but it's still
Oh, yeah.
it's still so cool. I'm excited. It's actually my 21st birthday present, and it'll be the 21st anniversary of Celebration. So I'm as old as
That's
Celebration
insane.
is.
Congrats.
And so yeah, I'm awesome. So I can drink when I'm there.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's not true because my birthday is the 25th. So it's an early birthday present. But Cole and I we talked about it. It was like we should do like a drunk watch through of like the Star Wars movies and like
The Last Jedi.
Just
Your true feelings will be revealed.
Oh my god, yeah. This movie sucks. No, yeah, no, like
We'll drink coffee.
Yeah, drink coffee responsibly. We're gonna need it anyway.
I've been thinking about this, and I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out what the best way to go about this is, because last time I went, I felt sick the whole time, and I felt
Really?
exhausted, like
Yeah.
just so tired, and it's so weird because like because you're so excited, you don't realize that you like maybe you're thirsty or maybe you're like really tired
Yeah.
and need to like rest a little bit, because you're just so hyped about everything.
Yeah.
And then by the time it was over and I finally like sat down, I got so sick. I think
Really?
you got sick too, didn't the last day in Orlando?
I didn't get sick because of like exhaustion or anything. I think it was just like
people.
my body was like my body like wasn't used to like because I didn't so like before then I was like I got like really serious about my diet and stuff.
Yeah.
And so like it was my vacation, so I'm like I'm gonna eat. Like eat what I want.
Yeah.
And I eat like crap, whatever. But like I don't know, there was one day like my stomach just got really upset, and it was right after a panel, and I just like my stomach just could not handle it, and so I was stuck. It was the very last day too, so I was stuck in, and like I missed the closing ceremony, which sucked. It sucked so bad. I was like, I wanted to be there so badly. So yeah, I mean, still though, like I slept like a baby when it came nighttime and stuff. Like, and I went back to my hotel room, like I just crashed.
I see. I need to like do that because.
What did you do?
So remember the first night we stayed overnight on the concrete floor. Okay.
Yeah.
I slept maybe an hour the whole night.
Jesus.
And then we went back to the hotel and we were like, screw it. We want to make sure we get into the Last Jedi panel.
Yeah.
So we like went back to the hotel, like kind of got all the things we needed. We kind of like went to like Walmart and kind of got some like snacks and stuff to stay overnight. Yeah. Like we weren't even going to go do anything else Friday at Celebration. We were just going to go get in line and stay overnight to get in for the Last Jedi. And we didn't end up getting to do that either. So like I basically got like an hour of sleep in 48 hours. It was awful.
Yeah, that was not my experience.
See, and that's why I'm like I want to make sure that I'm like able to enjoy it fully, because last time I was just tired.
See, last time I wasn't as worried about the panels and stuff. Like I wanted to go to the Last Jedi panel, and I wanted to go to the 40th anniversary panel, which was in 2017. But we got there the night before like it opened, so we got there on like 3 a.m. on Thursday. It was like Wednesday night, Thursday morning, and I remember I was like, we could try to wake up early and try to make it to the 40th anniversary. And I remember I texted I believe it was Trey, and he was just like, dude, don't even worry about it. So we slept in, and then we went into the 40th anniversary. We went into the celebration around like 11 o'clock. We just caught up on sleep, and we didn't get to go to the 40th anniversary. And then was the Last Jedi the same day or the next day?
It was the next day.
Okay. So I remember like the Last Jedi one, I remember it was like packed, and I was like, I'm not even going to try. So we watched it from the hotel room, and then we went right afterwards. So we got our sleep. So
you guys were smart.
Yeah. So we barely went to any panels, and like it was honestly totally fine.
Yeah.
Like it sucked not being able to go to the panels, but just going on the floor and like going to the Star Wars like
that was
show,
the best part.
like, and like the celebration stage and all that it made up for it. Like honestly, I didn't really care that much because I was still there with all the people, and I knew I was so close to it. I was like, it doesn't really like change that much. Like it'd be cool to be in the room, but I mean, I'm still here like watching it with all of these fans, even if it's on a screen.
Yeah.
Like same thing with like, I think it was the Battlefront 2. Like I didn't get to go to any of the big panels.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll change this upcoming year because they do a lottery base. It's not a line. So if we do a lottery base, that means we can actually maybe get into whatever they're going to do, like whatever panels they're going to do. I'd love for them to do an Empire Strikes Back like 40th anniversary panel because next year
I think they're going to do that.
That'd be awesome. Will it be? It'll be 2021. So, but it came out in 1980.
It was 3 years, so that'd be 2017 was A New Hope's 40th.
77.
So that'd be 10.
Oh, so it came out.
It's 3 years apart.
But wouldn't this year be the 40th?
No, this is 2019.
Oh wait. Years. Oh yeah, next year's 2020. I was thinking next year was 2021.
No.
Okay. Then, I don't know why. For some reason I was like, oh yeah, this is 2020. Okay, yeah. So that makes sense. It'll be the 40th. So 40th anniversary for the Empire Strikes Back. So that'd be really cool to see what they do.
Hopefully we can get some media passes and we can get into these things.
Oh yeah, we would love to like have our reactions, and like I told Keenan right before we started, I want to be able to like have interviews with people, and like maybe if some of you guys are going, like meet you guys and like try to get like interviews and just talk about like Star Wars and like what it means to everyone. I'm just so excited to be able to like have like a really cool production stuff, and if you get these media badges, that'll help tremendously. Like I really am excited to just film stuff, like have my camera with me, and I don't know, I'm so excited. I'm so happy that we're finally going.
I am too.
It's
a relief.
It's like, oh, thank God, like because we kept saying like we're going, but it's like there's still that chance like you may not get to go. Dude, tickets sold out the day they sold. So when did they go on sale? They went on sale Friday. They were sold out within
3 hours, maybe.
Yeah,
2 or 3
and,
hours.
like, I know. Like Saturday are all sold. Saturday single.
The next day, Saturday was gone.
Yeah,
I think.
And then Friday are 85% sold out. Like,
yeah,
I think they're really close. So, dude, and that's insane because you guys were talking about it last week. Like how long they were on sale for 2017. Then this year and next year, like they're out within hours.
Yeah,
Like next year, I guarantee you it'll be out within.
That's what we were talking about. I bought mine
minutes.
and for Celebration Orlando. I bought mine like 6 months after they got released.
I think we
and
bought.
I got a 4-day pass.
Yeah, it's insane. I don't understand it. Like it's gotten so big.
You think that's it? You think it's just like? Do you think they're? I'm wondering because the convention center in Orlando is the largest in like North America. There was just so much space to be able to do a lot more tickets, maybe.
Do you think
for
that's
that.
like that prohibits them? That kind of backs them in a corner? Because I'm like, I feel like it would be the best to just do it at like the biggest ones. But like, if
I have no idea.
Maybe that's why it was though. Like even then, I'm like, if it's the biggest one, like that's still 6 months. Like that's insane.
Yeah, I mean, I can't explain it. I don't know if it's just the fandoms exploded more.
Yeah.
I mean, but then there's also like things that show that the fandom isn't as big as it was.
Yeah.
Back then. So I have no idea why it is the way that it is.
I don't know.
Maybe the fandom's just exploded and now
I feel like people like they saw that like maybe the Orlando one was just so big, like so nice and so cool, and then but it was like Chicago, like the 2018 like or 2019 this year, like it just. Like, I don't know. It just sold out so fast. It's crazy,
that's what kind of blows my mind.
Yeah, it's like, because it wasn't like 3 months. Like, you would have thought it would have been like a more gradual. It was like, boom.
Gone.
Like, within, I think it was,
difference.
Within a week they were gone. And then, like, this time within hours they were gone. Next year it's going to be within minutes.
That's why I didn't worry so much about Chicago at first. I was like, well, I'll have time to buy my tickets. And then they were gone. And I was like, okay, never mind.
Yep.
So, anyways, the point is we're going to be there. Hopefully you guys are going to be there. If you're not, I feel bad because we were in that situation last year. It definitely sucks. It doesn't suck like until it happens and everybody's there and taking pictures and stuff. Then you're like, wow, like I should be there. But
especially when you're watching the live streams and you just like you get in such a Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like you just remember how passionate you are for Star Wars and how, especially if you've gone once before. And then you haven't gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm so excited to maybe able to go back again. Like I'm glad that there's like, it's going to be over a year wait, but it's also good because it's going to be like in August, which is usually weird because I think in the past they've usually always done them in April, or they did one the year before in July. Yeah. Which I was like, that would have been kind of ideal. But right at the beginning of August, that's like right when classes start, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah. Like I can miss a few days, especially with like my major and stuff. So, yeah. So I'd rather it be August than April, to be honest, because the end of April, that's when finals are and stuff, and that's
the toughest time.
That's rough. But if it's at the beginning of the semester, straight up at August, like that's not a big deal.
Exactly.
At all. So we're very excited to go.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll see some people there. Yeah. And I think we're gonna try to make some content there. So
I'd love to do that. I'd love to record a podcast while we're there.
Yeah, they have like a podcast stage or whatever you can like reserve. Yeah. So I mean, first we got to get those media badges. Yeah. And that only comes from people like sharing our stuff and getting the word of mouth out there for the podcast. So
hopefully ideally we will be bigger than ever before.
By then, like a year away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've got an entire over a year to grow. We've got approximately 14 months until Celebration 2020.
Let's get it.
We'll see what happens. I'm excited just for the podcast in general. But yeah. But yeah.
All right, so let's get on to the next thing, which is, I guess we're going to talk about Spider-Man Far From Home. Yeah. Which...
It's been kind of a weekly thing because it's just getting so close to it.
Yeah, it's turning into every week. It's kind of like a Spider-Man podcast for us. But so far, the early word of mouth and social media reviews, because I guess the official embargo
it's not an
released.
Official embargo, but it's like kind of like the first... like preview.
Yeah, just like social media. You can talk about it on social media.
Yeah, people loved Spider-Man Far From Home. Like they said it was like I don't remember what all I said or what all I saw, but some people were saying like it was one of the best like MCU films.
I'm really scared. Are you surprised that I'm scared?
No, because I'm like the same way. I'm like anxious and nervous, like nervous and excited at the same time, because I'm like, I don't know what to feel, because nervous and excitement come from the same like part of your brain. Like it's like the same chemical, but like they're just kind of like opposite ends of each other. So I'm like really excited, but at the same time I'm like, I'm really nervous. Like what is gonna make this movie so stand out so much? Apparently there's like a massive twist from what I've heard that's like, it's like you won't even see coming, and I'm like, well, like what is it then?
Let me just say this. Okay, so full disclosure, I didn't love Spider-Man Far From Home. I really like Spider-Man as a character in the
You mean
MCU.
Homecoming?
Homecoming, yeah. No, I didn't like Far From Home. I'm just kidding.
You already saw it? Oh,
so, dude, the titles are just way too similar. It like bugs me every time. But I didn't love Homecoming, but I do like the portrayal of Peter Parker and Spider-Man in the MCU. Spider-Man 2 is probably my favorite Spider-Man film. There's a guy on Twitter, you probably heard of him. His name is Kevin McCarthy. He's like a really great interviewer, journalist, and does film stuff. And from what I know, we kind of share very similar thoughts on Spider-Man. Like, I think he felt about the same that I did on Homecoming. His like short review was this. I'll read it verbatim. That came on Twitter. It says, Far From Home has dethroned Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2 and is now my favorite Spider-Man film.
That's insane. Dude.
And that, I got a little bit concerned because I'm like, okay, now I'm getting really hyped, and I'm afraid that I'm going to get overhyped about it. But just the fact that I know that like there's certain people that I trust in the film industry just because we share similar views on movies, and he's one of those people. So if he felt that strongly about it coming out of it, it's really heightened my anticipation for the movie going forward, which we're like a week and a half away from
it. So this Tuesday, I think it'll be a week.
So we're getting really close to the release of it. I'm excited. Apparently the post-credit scenes, there's 2 of them, and they're some of the best post-credit
in the MCU, which I'm like, especially because after Endgame, like not being a post-credit scene, which we'll kind of get into that in a second with another news piece. But I was like, it made me miss out. I was like, oh man, that kind of sucks. But it made sense because it was like the end. You know, they didn't need to like tease anything, lead people on. But Far From Home, like I just don't know. Like I feel like, what is it gonna tease? Like
from what I've heard, this is like not really spoilers, but people have said that this movie does a good job of describing how the Marvel Cinematic Universe will work moving forward. Okay. Meaning that there's going to be some sort of change in how this whole universe works because of the effects of Thanos, the snap. So obviously, I think that may play a part in the post-credit scenes and describing. I don't know. Like, there's so many theories. I'm like,
now hear me out.
Is there a Spider-Verse now?
That's what I was about to say. So there was that interview that came out with Tom Holland where he
looked really awkward.
Yeah, he was like, he didn't know, but like he went on afterwards and was like, he kind of was like almost like he was joking around. Yeah, like that's kind of his thing. He wanted to tease people. Yeah, but the whole thing about it, I don't remember what interview it was, but it's been floating around a lot. And he asks, is there a possibility where Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man meet your Spider-Man? And I was like,
if that
happens at the end of Homecoming, like what if that
Far From Home?
I mean, see, we both do it, so I can't blame you. Like if that happened and in a post-credit scene, and also connected it to Spider-Verse, like what if it was like an animated post-credit scene where like they get like,
oh, could you imagine
that, like animated Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire
Holy
and Andrew
crap
with their voiceover?
Oh my god, dude!
I'd lose my mind.
I didn't even think about that. So it like kind of like shows an animated clip, and he like bumps into like Miles or something. Oh my god!
Do you think they could do that,
dude? Like based on what people have been like, the way people have hyped these post-credit scenes, like that's something that would make me have that sort of reaction.
Like one of the best ones, like that genuinely would be like, that's insane.
That's how that would force me to have a reaction like that on social media if something like that happened. Because everything else, because like everybody said, like you're not going to see what's coming, you know, kind of thing. Everything else, like him crossing paths with like Andrew Garfield or something like that, wouldn't surprise me as much. It'd be really cool and blow my mind.
Yeah.
But if they did like a crossover with like an animated version,
that's what I'm wondering. Is I'm like, it would be cool. Like, so what if it starts out live action and somehow he gets warped into another universe or something?
Oh my god!
And like, so they tease that like he'll be in Spider-Verse 2 because I feel like Spider-Verse 2 will probably come before. We'll see. Maybe not. We'll see.
I have no idea.
But if that happened, he like gets yanked through and then he turns into an animated form, like kind of. Did you ever watch The Page Master? As a kid?
Yeah.
So it had Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
And it was like a half live action, half animated.
Sure.
What if it was something like that where like he turns and he's like, whoa, like what the heck? And then somehow like Miles and all, or like 2099 Miguel O'Hara with like Oscar Isaac and stuff, and then Tobey Maguire like and Andrew Garfield's fight. Let's be real. This is probably
this is happening. I'm just kidding.
It's probably not happening.
No,
but maybe there is a slim chance. Even if it's not a post-credit scene, what if it's something years down the line? It would be so cool because then it would connect the MCU to Spider-Verse, and it would just be like, this is an insane universe now.
Yeah.
Because of this multiverse thing. I still don't.
See, I kind of prefer that because like I don't want to open the door to Venom or something like that because Venom is awful. But if it's connected to Spider-Verse, it's like it's safe, but at the same time, like because you're kind of like merging two good universes together, like that we enjoyed.
Yeah.
So I would like that, and I'm like I said, like I'm trying to think of what would make me have a reaction that the same people like the same kind of reaction these people have seen the film would have, and that's something that would really blow my mind is seeing that.
The only other thing I could think of is like Sinister Six. And that's just like to get like Michael Keaton's Vulture back, and then somehow like Mysterio.
But that just wouldn't blow my mind the way that people.
That seems predictable.
Yeah, it's like I kind of would expect that to happen. Like if somebody was like, "What do you think the post-credit scene is going to be?" I'm like, "Oh, Michael Keaton and Mysterio talking," or something like that. So, yeah, I really like that idea. That'd be really cool to see happen.
Maybe
I don't want to get my hopes up.
What would blow my mind is probably teasing Norman Osborn.
Yeah, but I feel like you would have to, in order for that to happen, you would hear about an A-list actor having a mysterious role or unconfirmed role in the MCU or something like that.
They just kept it well hidden, but I doubt it.
Yeah, because that'd be tough to hide.
You remember back in May, I have the tweet pulled up, but when Spider-Verse tweeted that "See you in another dimension" with the peace sign, and that was right when I believe the second trailer for that was right when the second trailer for Far From Home came out, and they talk about the multiverse. And it said, and it's not a quote we see. You can go through all of their tweets. Yeah. So like the previous tweet was, it's like all concept art, and this is another piece of concept art, but it's Spider-Man looking through like a portal. Yeah. Kind of when the Prowler's attacking him in Spider-Verse. Chris Pine's Peter Parker. Sure. The previous tweet before that was. It's in quotes and it's concept art and it says, "Yeah, man, I knew we were related." Why can't I talk? So it was like when Aaron and Uncle Aaron and Miles were like in the tunnel. The one after that is like, see, this one isn't a quote, but it's like, yeah, I don't think it means anything now that I think about it. I go back because the next tweet was May 14th and it says, "You control your own destiny, be fearless," and it's Miles in front of the train with the hoodie on. Yeah. The next one is like. It just says "never before seen." It was like in the original teaser trailer for Spider-Verse, like Peter B. Parker.
But going back to the whole like interview thing, you can clearly see not only is Tom Holland really uncomfortable, but the cast around him are like they're really like looking at him to see how he's going to answer the question. Yeah, like they're kind of uncomfortable too.
He's kind of looking to the left and right, keeping his mouth really closed with like a smirk.
Yeah,
and I remember. Zendaya is just like, she's like, "Oh, that'd be cool."
Yeah, and she like leans over and like is looking at him.
And so Jacob Batalon or whatever, he's just like, but would they want do people want that, whatever? And then and Tom's just kind of sitting there like letting them whatever. and then he finally looks
he's
over
not good at interviews.
They start laughing. They're like, "Oh, like because I feel like he would know, but they wouldn't." Yeah, that'd be something. And so like they were laughing, and he was just like. Right after that, he's just like, "No, but like seriously, like I think that'd be a really cool thing to see." It's like, granted, I'm not in control of this. That would be something like that they'd have to get, but I would love to see that happen. So even Tom and them as fans would love to see that. Sure. I think there's still a possibility like that because I think the biggest thing is I don't want I feel like there's something so special even with Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man that like. It would be so cool to not make it feel like those movies weren't wasted. Those reboots weren't like, they weren't useless. Like they actually came full circle for this like
they both
Spider-Verse.
They both abruptly ended when they weren't supposed to, and that's the thing.
It would be such a neat way to continue their stories or utilize them again without actually having to get them live action. Because all they have to do is, I guarantee Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, like they haven't been up to well, Andrew Garfield's been
he's always working.
He's working, but like I could see him going into a voice booth. Like it's a lot less time consuming to do like a voice acting role and stuff. And I think
Tobey Maguire did Boss Baby. He can make some time for Spider-Verse.
He did Boss Baby?
Yeah, he was the voice in Boss Baby.
No,
the kid. Yeah,
that was Alec Baldwin.
What? No, he was okay. Maybe it was a different. He was in an animated movie. It was Boss Baby. I'm pretty sure.
I'm looking up Tobey Maguire, and I'm see this. Toby, what you doing? He's 43.
Animated. He did something animated. Boss Baby.
It's not Boss Baby. It can't be Boss Baby, dude. If that is, I'd be sad.
Whoops.
Don't bump the table. That's not what I wanted to look up. That is horrifying.
Come on, man. You got this.
It looked up. It was like some animated Tobey Maguire art, and it looked horrible. All the stuff that pops up is like brothers and You
Boss
were right.
Baby.
You were right.
So if he has time for that, he can do Spider-Man.
Who did he play?
He was the main character.
No.
Yes.
Was he actually the baby? Or was
he was the baby.
No, he was Tim. Boss Baby.
Well, I haven't seen
Baldwin.
the movie, so I'm just kind of like.
I don't know who Tim is, but I'm gonna assume
that's the main character.
I'm gonna assume it's this kid right here.
Yeah.
He's not the actual boss.
He's in the movie though.
Narrator is Tobey Maguire as well. Oh, I'm gonna look this up afterwards because I'm like, I feel like if anything they could get Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man back.
Yeah.
The other thing is like I want to see. I'm more actually interested in getting Andrew Garfield's back because like that's one that I'm like it's way less of a chance for them to get that back. But man, how cool would that be, dude? Like right. I know there's been so many people that have been wanting that, and there's like all of this art and concept art, like with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man like shaking hands with Peter and stuff. I'd cry. I'd be so happy. I'd geek out so much, dude.
We got to make it happen.
Yeah.
So let's move on to this tease that happened over the week. That was kind of disappointing. I was
disappointed but excited. Like I'm excited for this, but I was like, why would you start a countdown at 4?
So we should clarify if you haven't been like keeping up with all the news. Marvel Comics and Marvel Entertainment posted like a little teaser photo that just showed the number 4 in webs and it had a spider on it. So this really blew up the internet. Spider-Man 4 was trending number 1 on Twitter over everything.
What? I didn't actually see that.
It was number 1 on Twitter. It was the top trending thing. So I think everybody pretty much, not everybody, I mean, there was a lot of skeptical people. Even I was a little bit skeptical of what the news could be, but you figured it's either having to do with something with Spider-Man 4 or it was a crossover with Fantastic Four and Spider-Man.
That was the two obvious
Yeah, it's
picks.
like everybody was like, it has to be one or the other because they're not going to start a countdown with a 4 for no reason.
Yeah, because it was a 4 with a web, and it even looked like the web from like the beginning of like Spider-Man 1 and 2, like the crawl, and or like the opening titles and stuff. I was like, oh, maybe. And then Alex Ross went ahead and he deleted the tweet.
Yeah.
Went on Join on the Hype. He put hashtag Spider-Man 4, and it was art of like
it was old art that he did.
But still, it was like, oh my God, like Alex Ross, like
it was Sam Raimi art basically from the film.
So it was like, because if people don't know, like Alex Ross did the art at the beginning of Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
For like the opening titles to kind of recap Spider-Man 1. And so I was like, oh my God, they're making Spider-Man 4 into a comic book form. They're going to continue the story.
With Alex Ross.
They're going to get Alex Ross doing the art, very similar to like the beginning. And I'm like, this is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And the next day, 3. And you're like, no.
When that happened, I was like, why?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Why would you start at 4? Like,
it's genius marketing if you ask me, but it's such a deceiving.
I was about to say, like, it's just such a cop
yeah.
out. Like, oh my God. It irritated me so much. But then it went to 2, and it went to 1, and then I believe 2 days ago, there was a video that was posted to like the Marvel Instagram and Twitter and stuff. and it was JJ Abrams and I believe his son.
Yeah.
It's his son Henry Abrams. I didn't even know JJ Abrams
I
had
didn't
a
either,
son.
but they look identical and they have the same mannerisms.
Yeah, they do. And so they're writing a Spider-Man comic, which comes out in like September. Which is pretty cool, I guess. It's gonna have like a new villain and stuff. So I was like, which I'm always like skeptical when it comes to like new villains, because I'm like sometimes they're like not good. But then again, like one of my favorite villains who's like with this is Batman, but still like newer villains can be really good, like Hush, for example.
Sure.
That villain was created in 2003 for Batman, Hush, and he's a great villain. So it proves that you can have like new villains and them become iconic. So it's just harder when you've had like these villains that are so long, like they're not as memorable or as famous as some of the other ones. But I don't remember what the name of the villain was called. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna like read it issue by issue, but I mean, what are your thoughts?
Like I'm a huge JJ Abrams fanboy, and Spider-Man's my favorite character, so I'm excited for that aspect
I'm sure you
of
are,
it. Yeah. So it is the thing that like takes away from the whole excitement. There's two things that take away from the excitement for me. The countdown. That really pissed me off that they did that.
Yeah.
Because it just I was really excited for the whole idea of
like a graphic novel.
It's my fault, but for like jumping into like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
Well, there was so many teases for it with the Alex Ross thing.
That's when I was like, okay.
It starts with the number 4. There was there was a person on Twitter who was like, no, people are like gonna freak out. Like this is something you're not gonna expect. Then the next day he's like, yeah, no, it's not Spider-Man 4 like in comic book form, which I thought would have been a genius way to continue the story, especially like if going back to what we said earlier, like if they connected it to Spider-Verse, like have this graphic novel, like to kind of continue it to segue into Spider-Verse, would have been so cool.
So the guy you're referencing, I don't remember his name, but he works with Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
And he's a couple months ago, I think in May, he was like, the last time we had a number one, sell a certain amount of copies or whatever like that was back when they did some sort of Star Wars issue that was really popular. And then he's like, and I think I have the next thing that's going to break that. And then I was like, thinking back, I'm like, is it going to break it?
I don't know.
I'm like, do people care that much about JJ Abrams writing a comic book that it would break a record? So that was really like confusing to me. But I love JJ Abrams. And the second thing that bothers me is that there's just way too many current runs of Spider-Man, too many different versions right now.
There's a lot of Spider-Man comics.
And to be honest, like not a ton of them are selling that well.
So there's one that's like it's just Spider-Man. Then
there's the Amazing Spider-Man.
There's the Amazing Spider-Man.
They have a Scarlet Spider-Man out right now.
Yeah, they also have this one that's called like Spider-Man Black Suit or whatever. Like, and he's like back in the black suit.
They have the gaming verse Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
going on right now.
Going through the story of Spider-Man PS4. So
there's more than that.
There's
too.
like a good 8 Spider-Man.
There's a Miles one out right now.
Spider-Gwen, where she's like a ghost spider, so she's like a spirit of vengeance, but she's also like and
that's the thing. It's like it's becoming a little bit oversaturated with these comics.
Yeah,
I'm like, can we get like a good Fantastic Four comic book out right now? Or
I think they started a Fantastic Four, but I haven't heard much about it. The thing is like, people who like are into comics, like you have to be really into it because there's just so much going on.
That's what bugs me is that like some people will come to me and be like, "What should I read?" And I'm like, "Bro,
it's better just read older stuff."
I'm like, everything's confusing the way that like because people don't understand like where do they start? Like, are these connected? Like, there's just too much going on right now.
Yep.
And so it kind of like discourages people who love the movies to get into the comics too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the thing is like it's easier to get back into like the older trades and things like that. Like
it was simpler back then,
and that's what I do. Like I read like Ultimate Spider-Man, and I read Secret War, and I'm reading Superman or All Star Superman right now. Like there's just all of these comic runs that like it gets really complicated in the middle of a run, especially when there's just so many different like there's crossover events and like all this different stuff, and it's like. You thought if people think the MCU is complicated, like
no, the MCU is simplified comics.
MCU is very easy to keep up with.
Yeah.
Like we're very spoiled when it comes to that stuff. I feel like there should only be one comic run per character, or at least one per group of characters. Like one for Peter, one for Gwen.
Yeah, no.
One for Miles.
Not 5 different active storylines for Peter Parker.
Yeah, there's literally like so many. Like one for Scarlet Spider. If they're gonna do another Superior Spider-Man, that's the thing. That's another one.
That's another one.
They brought back Superior Spider-Man right after they did Spider-Geddon.
This is coming from 2 like huge Spider-Man fans too.
There's a thing called oversaturation.
Yeah,
and that's what they're doing.
I'd rather just get invested in one good storyline.
Yeah.
Than have to like every time I go to the comic book store nowadays, like there's a whole just
I'm like looking at all these Spider-Man comics. I'm like, it's like issue 17 of this one and issue 8 of this and issue 12 of this just came out. And I'm like,
this has been out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I had no idea.
There's also like all of like the what if stories and stuff.
When's like the last time? I think about this with comics. When's the last time you like? There's been a comic book or a story that's just been like so well praised, or like people are. I mean, like the last thing I can think of where there was like a comic out that people were really talking about was the whole Hail Hydra thing with Captain America.
Were they even praising that though?
No, but it was like something that like people were like. It was an event, like something happened that got people talking.
The Secret Empire.
Now every Wednesday, new comics are coming out, but nobody's like, oh my God, did you read the last issue of this? You know, did you see that twist coming? Like, it really hasn't happened. It makes me feel like comic books are kind of like just dying.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a hardcore fan base for like comics like that. But yeah, like I know I get what you mean, and it's like harder. Like, maybe we don't have like the best. I think we have like a more like casual look when it comes to like reading actual comics. That's because I'm just someone, like I said, like I like reading the older stuff. Especially I like reading it when everything is already out.
It was so much easier when I was a kid to read comic books.
Yeah.
It's weird, but now I'm an adult, and I'm kind of confused because also like there's a new kind of like crossover event happening with Marvel. I can't even remember the name of it, but there's like an Avengers crossover event happening, and from what I've like researched is that all these characters kind of come together, but it's not the effects of the crossover aren't going back to their individual storylines. So, like, these characters are coming together, but, like, whatever's happening in the crossover isn't affecting their storyline that they have, like, individually.
Yeah.
So, there's just, like, there's just so much going on. It's just a lot of confusion. And, I don't know. It's kind of just annoying.
It kind of feels like the whole, like...
I'll still read this JJ Abrams one.
Yeah, I'm pretty interested because that's a cool thing that they managed to get JJ Abrams, which is
and it's kind of like a new artist that's doing it like a low... like
Sarah Pichelli who she's done quite a few stuff.
Yeah.
I actually think she did the original Spider-Verse run.
The cover art looked pretty cool, but I don't think she did that.
She did she did some Miles Morales stuff.
Yeah.
She did Spider-Man, which is like there was a thing about with Peter and Miles.
Yeah.
She's got a pretty she's
done some stuff.
Yeah, she's done Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Runaways, Guardians, X-Men.
Okay.
Like she's got a lot of stuff. So like it's nothing super insane.
I'm interested and I'm intrigued, but it's just the whole thing surrounding it that kind of dampers my excitement a little bit.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens whenever it comes out in September. I really want to talk about this Avengers Endgame being re-released thing, even though for us it's not being re-released.
It's not.
It's still. I mean, no. I'm saying like it's still playing.
Oh, okay.
Like we can go see it right now today.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's been out of theaters.
Yeah. So they're just kind of continuing it.
Yeah.
How do you know though you're going to see the new version?
There's a new poster that's supposed to come out with it too.
Oh.
So maybe that has something to do with it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's got the new poster is Iron Man's gauntlet.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be on it whenever
it out
release.
yet? Or
there's like a teaser. There's like a low quality version out right now that you can check out. I think it's what's that guy MCU Cosmic or something like that. Cosmic MCU.
I'm not sure.
The dude on Twitter, he like has all the MCU scoops.
Oh, okay. I think I know who you're talking about.
He posted a what the new poster looks like for that. Anyways, that's getting re-released. It's gonna add some new footage, which I think is all the footage is really just gonna be at the end of the movie. And it's pretty clear that they're trying to make a push to break that record. For Avatar. I don't know why anyone would defend it and say that that's not what their intention is. I'm like, it's pretty clear that that's what they're trying to do. But there's no problem with that. I mean, Avatar
did it.
Yeah, exactly. And they actually waited like a few months and then did it. Where Avengers is pretty much still in theaters. They're just adding some stuff towards the end, which I'm excited to check out. Like, regardless, I was thinking about going to see the movie again anyways. But now that
we've both seen it 3 times.
Yeah, you've seen it 3. So I was thinking about seeing it again anyway. So I might as well just wait till this, and then hopefully we'll get it to that record, which you said was going to get broken, and I did not believe it.
It was funny because last week as I was listening, the day they announced they were going to re-release it. I was like in the airport, and you guys were like. You were like, yeah, I guess it's not going to beat that record. Like, sorry, Grayson, I'm going to be right. And I texted you, and I was just like, nope, you're wrong. Yeah, it's going to beat it now. Like, it's guaranteed going to.
I didn't think it was. I was like, there's no way it's going to make another $50 million.
At this point, it has to, though. Like,
yeah, I mean, is it only one weekend that this is going to be out? Because Spider-Man's coming out. I don't think they're going to want to, like, do that. I think it's the weekend before Spider-Man comes out.
I feel like it should be like the weekend and week before Spider-Man comes out. So like, I don't know.
I don't know. It's probably gonna break it because I think just like the fans are gonna do everything they can.
All the fans are like, oh, extra 3 minutes in a post-credit scene. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and everything that's gonna be on the Blu-ray.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're gonna see this anyway. And besides, like I saw it a third time just because I was like, I want it to beat that record. And so now I'm like, I
wasn't even thinking about the record. I was just like, I want to see this movie again. I'm like, I had so much fun.
I had a friend who hadn't seen it before. It. He was just like, and he was like, oh yeah, I mean, I've pretty much seen everything on the internet with like the memes and stuff. But I'm like, no, you actually like have to see
experience the whole thing.
And so now I'm like, I'm curious what the post-credit scene will be like.
I think it's just gonna be like a montage or like some sort of just tribute video or whatever.
Maybe. I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's not gonna be super. Like,
maybe some sort of like love letter to the MCU fans or something like that.
It'll be cool to just have like a little version and just get to go see it again. I want to see it again with a packed theater. Like,
I did that. I think I tell you that.
You told me when you went to Disney.
But we actually had like a really bad theater experience.
Yeah, because you had some guy like sitting next to you.
There was a drunk guy next to me. There was a screaming baby all the way at the top of the theater.
Yeah.
There was one guy who had already seen the movie that was behind me, but he kept on like calling out things that were about to happen because he just needs to show everyone that he's already seen the movie.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
I love those people.
Yeah. So that was my experience with that.
Yeah, I want to be in a theater like. I love watching the clips of like when it comes on with all the actors and their signatures, and then it gets to Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. Like it's so like all of them are like yeah woo, and then it gets to Chris Evans and they're like yeah let's go, and then it gets to Robert Downey Jr. and it's like oh my god, like everybody's freaking out, and like and same thing with like when the Avengers Assemble moment and when the Cap wields Mjolnir, people lose their minds, and it gives me goosebumps, and I'm just like, oh, yes.
I'm not an emotional person. Like, the sad things don't really get to me or make me teary-eyed that much.
Yeah.
But, like, what does get to me are, like, the epic moments. So, like, Cap getting Thor's hammer, that will get me closer to crying than Tony Stark dying.
Wow.
It's so weird that
funny.
works. But it's just, like, such an important moment, and I think about everything that led up to that moment. That it like
I
that
almost
will get me more emotional
in the Avengers Assemble moment. Like when I saw it the third time, I just get chills and I'm just like,
yeah,
it's so beautiful.
Yeah, like, no, because I'm like that. Cap needed them, and it happened. Yeah. Just the way everything kind of worked out. It's like
still like I'll probably never get over that moment. Like it's a
perfect movie.
It's
a perfect freaking movie.
I mean. Yeah.
It stands on its own.
Yeah, it's so good, dude. Like, I love Indians.
We talked about how, like, there's parts in Infinity War where you want to skip over. Like, the whole young Gamora thing. Like, I always want to skip over that part.
Yeah.
Because it, like, bores me. But in Endgame, there's not really anything where I'm just like, oh, let's get past this.
I think the one part that, it's not that I want to get past it, but when I saw it the third time and I was like, okay, I don't have to worry about, not using the bathroom.
Yeah.
The one point where I was like, okay, I can go take a bathroom break is when Thor is talking to his mother. Because I've seen that already and I'm like,
I guess,
like, that's the point where I'm like, I know what's gonna happen here. So like when he right before like that point where he talks to his mom and stuff, that's when I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Sorry, but like sorry.
I love that. I love that scene though.
I love that scene, but I'm like, I don't want to have to hold the bathroom when it gets towards that last hour where it's just so action packed, because that's like, I love everything that comes before, but that's like the part that I'm like, I don't want to miss a single second when it comes to that last hour.
Yeah.
Like I adore it so much.
I feel you.
So we'll be in theaters probably when this extra 3 minutes of footage comes out.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna see it, but maybe we can do that like that Saturday or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yep. All right, let's get on to the last bit of news that we're going to talk about, because it's kind of minor.
Yeah.
But
I wasn't here though last week for when we talked about the Avengers game.
Exactly. Last week that was a big topic. There's been like new information that's come out regarding the game. Apparently the story mode, there will be no co-op for the story mode, so the multiplayer is going to be something else.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit disappointing, because I love the aspect of teaming up with my friends and each person picking the character they want and going through the story.
Yeah.
It's just like, it almost is just, such a unique experience. It reminds me of playing Halo.
It would have been so cool for like me and you to play through the story.
Exactly. And we have our own character with our own special skill set, and you just get together with your friends and you pick your favorite character and you get through the story, you know?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that that's not going to be the case for this game.
This game is like bizarre to me. Or it's like, first there was the character, like it looks cool, but I'm nervous about it, and I think we both are. It's like the character designs are a little wonky. It feels like almost like a Walmart brand knockoff of the Avengers, in the sense that it's like, especially because we're coming hot off the heels of Endgame, where it's like they have these awesome designs, like they feel so perfect.
It's like,
you know,
CW characters or cosplayers or something.
Yeah, no, it's like you said. My dad said last week it was a bad cosplay, especially with Caps. Oof,
that's rough.
I don't mind Thor's that much. It's all right, and Iron Man I think looks actually fine. I think that'd be. I think
Iron Man is like a good video game.
Yeah,
Iron Man.
he's like a mix between like video game and comic book.
Yeah,
like he feels kind of right. Black Widow is whatever, and then obviously
I thought Bruce was probably one of the better.
I actually really like his design. Like I think it feels the most accurate to the comics, which I think is really cool, because I feel like Mark Ruffalo is kind of a departure from Bruce Banner's design. Like he's not as skinny. He's a little, but it works for the MCU. Like I really appreciate Mark Ruffalo. Comic book Bruce Banner is more similar to like Edward Norton with like just with longer hair and glasses, you know. He's kind of he's a nerdier guy. So that, but like the designs, like I'm not too hung up on that. I heard the gameplay is phenomenal. My friend Caboose, he's on, or you can find him on Twitter and stuff. I've mentioned it before. He got to see some of the gameplay, and he said that like Captain America's and Thor's gameplay looked awesome. Yeah. I think you said it was a little bit they said it was a little button mashy or something.
A little bit, yeah.
But then again, like we love Spider-Man PS4, and we mentioned right before the podcast, it's a little button mashy as well. So like I'm willing to forgive it, just as long as I can like really, you know, this is kind of a cliche, but feel like the Avengers. Yeah. It was the same, like that. People said that all the time with the Arkham games, like you feel like Batman, and like Spider-Man, you feel like Spider-Man. Yeah. But it's an important thing. Like you want to be able to like feel like you are the hero.
Feel the difference between the characters too.
Yeah. And then now like this weird like multiplayer like co-op split thing. I was like, when I heard multiplayer, I was like, okay, so there's gonna be a story, and you're gonna be able to play that co-op. Yeah. And then you're gonna also be able to like open world, like kind of like go and explore and stuff. I guess like we still don't really know. But now it's like, okay, no, it's two separate things. I'm like what is this game? Like, what is this game? Like, it's not a single player like story. Like or it is, but it isn't. Yeah. Like, it's just kind of strange.
You and I talked a little bit about how there's it's possible that you're going to be forced to play certain characters depending on the mission.
I don't mind that, because I think it gives you the like. It's almost like if that's the case, playing through the single player is kind of like getting the feel of who you like to play as. Yeah. Then when you go into the multiplayer, you can be like, my buddy really likes playing as Thor. I really like playing as Hulk. You may really like playing as Captain America or something, or you know, Black Widow, whatever.
What could like the possible like what could the multiplayer possibly be?
See, at this point, I don't know. because it's weird. Like
it's like maybe you fight like waves of enemies together or something like that.
That would just be so lackluster and repetitive.
Oh my God.
Like I want it to be more like, I don't know, man. It's so strange. Like I
want it to play with my friends through the game. That's why I'm just so disappointed.
Yeah. That's what I want from a Spider-Man sequel, is being able like one person to play as Miles, one person to play as Peter. I'd love like a Spider-Verse game where you could play as Gwen, Spider-Man War, Peter Parker, Miles, like even Spider-Ham, like even in that animated form would be really cool.
It'd be just cool to swing around New York with your friends.
Yeah, it'd be so cool just fighting around, like swinging. It's such a cool feeling, like being able to explore with your friends. Maybe, I mean, see, the thing is, I'm wondering if like Ultimate Alliance is going to try to fill that gap, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's like more of like you get to play through the story with your friends, playing as whoever you want.
Yeah.
So I'm actually excited for that game. I need to get a Nintendo Switch so I can play it, which I find it's kind of a shame that it's not on other consoles.
Yeah.
But so I'm excited for that one, but we'll see with it. It's weird. It comes out in May as well, which is so soon. Like I thought it was
less than a year away.
I thought it was going to be at least a year.
Yeah.
Like Marvel's Avengers comes out before we go to Celebration.
Months
think about
before
that.
it.
Yeah.
That's scary.
I mean, they've been working on this game for a long time, but it's like I still just don't know. I'm concerned. I'm concerned, intrigued. Concerned. Like we'll see what happens with this game.
The gameplay will change everything for me. It'll help me formulate my opinion a lot better.
Gameplay can make or break. Like if you have boring gameplay, like then I'm not gonna care. But if I have fun gameplay, and the story isn't amazing, or then that's the biggest thing with Destiny, for example. Like I got really into that game because I love the gameplay so much, but the story in the first one
didn't really exist.
Was garbage.
Yeah.
So, like, granted, I think they're definitely putting a lot more into the story with Avengers, at least.
Sure.
So, because that was the biggest thing that they kind of outlined is like what the template of the story is going to be. I hope there's more Avengers than just the main.
Definitely gonna happen.
I'm curious to like what they're gonna have, because they said there's gonna be exclusive stuff, right, for PlayStation, like for this, and so because like their partnership with Sony, which I imagine is gonna be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Which is kind of strange because it's like, all right, you're gonna put Avengers on Xbox, but you're gonna screw over all of the people, like they can't play as Spider. I hate that crap, man. I hate that so much. I do too. I'm like, because I bought a PlayStation 4 Spider-Man.
Just for Spider-Man.
And I didn't want to, but I'm like, it's like,
but
I love Spider-Man, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and it's so dumb that like you're limiting like almost half of the gaming population on console.
It's
even
sold
PC.
Consoles though. That's all they care about, selling the consoles. And they got me.
It's so dirty. It's so
they got you too.
Yeah, exactly. They did. Yeah. And it's so like dirty and slimy.
Yeah.
Granted, I'm happy I have a PlayStation, but I'm just like, that's so low. Like, you know.
I get what you mean though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but we'll see what happens with this game. Right now, I'm honestly I'm not that excited.
I'm not even thinking about it so much.
Like I was like fully expecting like E3. I'm like, I'm gonna be so hyped for Avengers, because that's how we were with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The past 3 E3s with like where they were showing off Spider-Man, when they announced it, and then when they showed the first, so it was 2 E3s.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm so excited for Spider-Man. I don't feel like that.
Dude, I'm more excited for the second Spider-Man game than this Avengers game, and we haven't heard anything about the second Spider-Man game.
Yeah, we love Spider-Man.
I'm still playing that game like it's my first time.
You said that's like your fifth or sixth time.
Yeah, it's something like that. I just can't get over it. I just can't get over that game.
I don't blame you.
I'm obsessed with it.
It's such a fun game. I was like playing it right before. I don't even think I mentioned this yet. Right before, so to kind of immerse myself in the podcast, I was like, all right, I need to get hyped. Like it's been 2 weeks since I got back from vacation. Like I need to get in like the comic book zone.
Yeah.
So here's what I did. So I got my Ultimate Spider-Man coffee mug, and I drank some coffee. I also got a snack. Then I went and I got all of the sound. I got the soundtrack for Spider-Man 2, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and the new Far From Home suite, which is like similar to Homecoming, but it's a little different.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, that also sounds really good. Booted up Spider-Man PS4, and I put on the Raimi suit, and I listened to the Spider-Man 2 main theme. That was awesome. Then I put on the Homecoming suit and listened to like the MCU Spider-Man theme.
Yeah.
That was awesome. And then I put on the advanced suit because they don't have, an Amazing Spider-Man suit or anything.
Yeah.
I thought about putting on the classic suit, but I was like, I think the advanced suit feels more Andrew Garfield-esque.
Yeah.
So I put on that suit, and then I put on the Amazing Spider-Man 2 theme, and I was like, yo, I'm ready to go.
I know.
I'm so hyped. And so, it's funny that, how much Spider-Man stuff, I also put on my Homecoming hoodie because I have the homemade suit. And then obviously, I don't know if anybody's ever seen this, but I have my Spider-Man water bottle. And so we're some Spider-Man freaks. And also, while I was on vacation, I told Keenan I got some Spider-Man cologne. First of all, they sound really stupid, but you can ask Keenan. It smells really good.
Yeah, it does.
Because I was looking for a new
Smells
cologne,
legit.
and I went to this place called Box Lunch. I've told him all this before, so I'm more telling you guys. But I went in there and I was looking for a new cologne in a JCPenney or a Macy's, general places where you can find stuff like that. And then in that Box Lunch place, I was like, is this Spider-Man cologne? And I opened it up and I smelled it and I was like, oh my God, this smells really good. It doesn't smell like Axe body spray. Yeah. In-game joke. And he's just like, is that Axe body spray? And it didn't smell like gross or just really
just
like a jerk,
Yeah.
And so I was like, this smells really good. $22 for an entire a pretty decent size thing, 100 milliliters. And so I don't use it all the time, but when I want to smell nice, I do. So it has a really cool design. It's got the Spider-Man logo on it. It says Spider-Man on the side of it. It was a cool addition. So we're just some Spider-Man freaks. You've got pins on your backpack and you've got stickers on your laptop, and so we have a problem. No, it's okay.
No,
we love Spider-Man, and we always will.
Yeah. We'll have to do something on the next podcast. We'll have to do a Spider-Man episode or something. By our next podcast is going to come out the day before,
right before
Far From Home. So
maybe we can do midweek. We could do a Far From Home review or something.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
Because I don't.
Oh, we could have a really good discussion about that.
I'd love to. We
kind of
a Far From Home review. We that's probably going to be really
intense.
Good. Yeah, because we anytime we talk about Spider-Man, my dad mentioned it last week, we go on a rampage when it comes to to Spider-Man stuff because we're just so passionate about it. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Comic Blast podcast. Be sure to follow us on Instagram. You can find us at Comic Blast Official. And then on Twitter, we're at Comic Blast _. We've been doing a lot of things on social media, so keep up with all that.
You've been killing it lately.
We've been doing some things.
I bow down to you.
And subscribe to the podcast. Do all that fun stuff. I don't have to tell you. Do anything you can do to help support us and just all that good stuff. But we're excited for the next episode. We'll be talking a lot about Spider-Man. Until then, we'll see you next time.
Shazam.